Well, it's ended with the one and only Novak Djokovic finally winning his 10th Australian Open. He's won it 10 times. It's just an extraordinary feat for a player of the stature that he has. His rise started from the Australian Open. He has been really consistent at winning the Australian Open from the start. He's won it from he just won it every time that he's played, basically. You can go back from 2014, I think that's when he starts, and number 10 for Australian Open. That's a feat. Beautiful match. A straight set win. It looks very similar. Like it looks very simple when you're not similar, but very simple when you look at the score or like the way it went in the sets. It's 6-3 first set, 7-6 in the tiebreaker second set, third set again a tiebreaker 7-6. But then, it's not that simple. You have to look at a game or the way that they've played. And Stefanos Tsitsipas is not a he doesn't give you a chance. He will eat. Tsitsipas is a very aggressive player. He has a beautiful backhand, a single hand backhand that he plays across the line, across the whole floor, or across the whole court, and it's just amazing to watch him play. It's just very hard to kind of understand the gravity of how good has Novak Djokovic been. It's very hard to kind of even perceive that fact, knowing the scoreline or like knowing the final, like how the sets kind of played out. But amazing play by Djokovic. He was just simply exquisite. He was unbeatable. There were points that he took. There was no chance. Anybody else would have just given up on the ball. But it's Djokovic. He doesn't give up on balls. He just kind of goes against and fires for them, and that's what he kept doing over and over again. And that's what happened. He won it. He really took it out. There were moments in the game where you could feel that Tsitsipas was taking over in the second set, but Djokovic just didn't. He just dug deep. He found the grit, found the aggression, and just kind of finished the game for Tsitsipas. There was no chance that he would come back on that one. But that's the beauty of Djokovic, and that's the beauty of Australian Open as well. Like that's the first Grand Slam of the year. Roland Garros is next. And everybody knows, Nadal kind of going out early as well was one of those reasons. But then Djokovic is in a different planet right now. He completes. He's now kind of with Rafa and Steffi Graf, as you can see behind me. They've definitely already beaten Roger. Novak Djokovic has now won 22 Grand Slams, along with Rafa in the men's career Grand Slams in the Open era. Serena Williams in the 23 right now. But I'm very sure this guy is unstoppable. He will break the record. He will be the greatest of all time. He will be statistically the best that has ever been. And we're just witnessing greatness. We just felt like after Roger Federer kind of hung up his boots last year, after being prone to injuries and so on, and not being able to create the age and physically not being able to kind of compete at the highest level. Just kind of seeing Rafa and Djokovic kind of continuing that band and the legacies, the legacies that they've had, like the three players, the greatest of all time in my mind, Roger, Rafa, and Novak. I don't think there was any differentiation in between my mind and the greatest of all time there. But then seeing Rafa and Djokovic kind of still keeping the momentum high for the legacies, for the legends of the sport, and it's just you can see the difference. Like Tsitsipas he just didn't have an answer eventually, right? And that's the difference between these new crop of players and the legends that we see. It's just you just keep saying the youth will beat the legends. We've seen this time and time again in the finals. We still see Nadal winning against Medvedev. We still see, Djokovic winning against Tsitsipas, and these are still legends of the game that are still continuing to play so well. A very emotional end to the game as well. Djokovic almost he was in tatters and tears. He went up to his team and family and in the booth, and he was just sobbing right there. And then, of course, the last year was pretty horrific for Djokovic and their family for all the controversy that was created by his vaccination and being allowed and not being allowed, and basically being told that he cannot play. Well, that's a separate video altogether, the consequences and so on. But then that's an emotional. I can understand that from a sports perspective, it's an emotional ride because you know that you're playing. Then you come to know that you can't play, that you're not even allowed in the country, and so on and so forth. But then there's a different political angle to it. And I feel that him winning this again, coming back the next year after everything was cleared out, like the regarding COVID and the restrictions and so on and so forth, it's just amazing to watch him play and watch him win again in a way that he did. Here's your Australian Open 2023 champion Novak Djokovic. What a pleasure to watch him play. Do let me know what you think. Did you watch the game? Did you think that it was too easy? Tsitsipas did put out the pressure, but do you think Djokovic was just next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like the video, do share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.